It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Nittany Lions will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Hawaii's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look so out in the open field. He was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
He'll throw on third down. Firing to the right, complete. At midfield, he's got room. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense...
There he goes! Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So the intentional grounding call will be a loss of down, and now it's fourth down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Penn State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, I thought the defense defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way.
This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't, and they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding, I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy. And I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
And the Rainbow Warriors are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Plows through the defense. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Right down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The field goal is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Got a little space. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. Then they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Right back to the well. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Setting up the screen. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Flushed out of the pocket. On target over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. And the Rainbow Warriors can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Breaks into the open. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Going for 6. Touchdown, Warriors! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. This one's complete. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Hand off to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They go right back to him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Brewer. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The give to the back. Fights off a defender. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Got his man in the middle. They'll immediately call timeout. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Key. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but they're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Offense in an empty set. Looking for a man, it's Hawkins. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brewer. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got his man downfield. Turning it on. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And it's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Breaks the tackle. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley.
The Rainbow Warriors will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with offense.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Makes the grab. Turns it on in midfield. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's loose. At the 20.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back and make something happen. But a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii. And that one will give them the lead.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited.
Oh, he's got some space. Which just keeps moving. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And the Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front.
Catch inside the 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Tight end now in motion. See if they can get the edge on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Fitted in the window for the score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Start starts a drive trying to go up top. Got his man on the right. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Carney. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Got it inside the tag. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snags it quickly on the left. At the 40, there he goes. Rams him with the stiff arm. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll give it to the back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got him downfield. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they moved out front here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small. But the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. With that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. To the ground with the back. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter, because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air, it's Hawkins. Makes the grab.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Nittany Lions are facing 3rd and inches. Trying to pick up a first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying play action. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Carney. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. That's caught. It's Carney. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Key. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Man, and we have seen it in this game, even though his team is losing. This guy, time and time again, has been answering the bell. He's been throwing dimes all game long, and he comes up with another big completion there.
And defensively, I'm going to continue to think pass. They've trusted him all game long. He hasn't let him down. I'm playing for the pass. I'll react to everything else.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Snags it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Hawaii. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Here comes the heat. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. He's going to run it. Took care of it himself. They'll bring him down as goes. He bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one, as they'll come up short in this game. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this.